Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Hasanatul Husna binti AZLEE. Metric number 1192103. So I will presenting the opening statement for mediation. I will start now. Good afternoon. My name is Hasanatul Husna and I'm serving as your mediator today. So today we have Mr. Muru as party A and Mr. Jaya as party B for this mediation session. So how are both of you today? Good. I'm a certified mediator trained to assist in settling disputes such as the one before us today. I'm pleased to be here to help you in working through your issues and believe you will find mediation to be a very helpful process. Thank you for committing to be here today. If any of you have any inquiry or special need during this session, please let me know now or at any time during this session. Also, please silence all electronic devices during this mediation. Let me begin by stating that I'm not acquainted with the parties that involved in this dispute. Have any of you met me before this session? No. Mediation is a voluntary process in which neutral, impartial person assists parties who want to generate options for resolving their issues. Therefore, are you all here voluntarily? Yes. As mediator, it's my role to help parties communicate and negotiate and to help you put any agreements into good resolution terms. Your presence at this meeting does not mean that you are guilty or that you did something wrong. Please let me know if you want to take a break, meet with me alone, or end the mediation, and we will discuss those things then. My goal is to help each of you communicate to each other clearly and find a solution to this problem that is beneficial for both parties. I'm not here to support one side or another, and I won't give help or direction. You have the right to find a legal representation and subject matter expert who can be called if you need more information. I can't force you to make a choice or decide how this problem should be solved. This is what makes mediation different from the other's way of settlement. You have the power to make a solution that meets your needs and takes into consideration of your interests. Aside from that, confidentiality is a critical part of the process. Generally, if you tell me something in private and ask me to keep it confidential, I'm bound by law to disclose not to disclose this information voluntarily. You will see me taking notes during this session, which are just for me to organize my thoughts. I have provided paper for both of you to take notes today, and I encourage you to record any notes on that paper. At the end of this session, I will share my notes as well as the notes you take today. Do you understand the confidentiality requirements and will you follow these requirements? Thank you for your cooperation and understanding. Your presence today demonstrates that your willingness to attempt cooperative problem solving. As for the ground rule, would you like to suggest any ground rules for this session today? All I ask is that you sincerely agree to attempt to resolve this dispute and therefore agree to treat one another with mutual respect, which means the parties agree to take turns speaking and not to interrupt each other. Parties agree to call each other by their first names. Parties agree to not blame, attack, or engage in put downs, and lastly agree to give consideration to all suggestions made in regard to developing a realistic solution to the problem. Before we start, let me explain to both of you the process of mediation. Our mediation session consists of 4 sessions, namely the opening statement, where each of you will be given a certain amount of personal time to describe and tell me what has brought you here today. The second session is the joint session. In this session, both of you will argue about your dispute together and negotiate possible solutions to resolve it. We will work out on agenda and I will assist both of you to resolve the issues based upon your interests. After we have our agenda, I will assist both of you with possible options for the two of you to consider or help both of you with further discussion and negotiation. In the third session, known to be a separate session, it is an optional, whereby I may meet each of you separately if both agree to have this session. Here, both parties will get personal session with me to clarify some concern. The information you shared during the separate session also confidential and will not be shared during joint discussion unless you specifically give consent to such disclosure. And the last session will be the session where me as mediator will sit together with both parties to discuss any additional needs or any choice available to resolve the issue or agenda. Then we both agreed to certain option which benefited both parties. Then the parties had reached their settlement. As this process is lengthy, I will expect each party to devote enough time for today's session. Please confirm that you have got at least 4 hour time to engage in this mediation, and please reconfirm that both of you have the authority to make your own final decision. If an agreement is reached, I will prepare the mediation agreement and both of you need to sign it. And each of you will be provided with the copy of the agreement. If you wish to form a binding contract to enforce the agreement, you may discuss with your own lawyer. Are there any questions at this point? No. If not, let's begin with Mr. Muru as the party A here today. I know very little about the dispute, so please tell us what brings you here today in this mediation session. So that's all from me. Thank you.